We are live now. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our third day's streaming of the compulsory English BA 5th SEM syllabus prescribed by the RTM Nagpur University. This is a joint venture of two colleges, Santaji Mahavidyalaya and Dayanand Aryakanna Mahavidyalaya. Today, we have amongst us a very renowned and expert speaker, Dr. Jyoti Patil, principal of Renuka Mahavidyalaya. Before I begin with a formal introduction, let me tell you that my association with her goes back to the year 1996, when she was the head of Department of English, Dayanand Aryakanna Mahavidyalaya, and I joined as her junior. And all these years, so many years, she was there as my senior, and I have experienced her benevolence and generosity, and she took care to groom me, and she is a very warm and wonderful human being. And now to her formal introduction. She has 30 years of teaching and administrative experience, and presently she is with Renuka Mahavidyalaya as the principal. Her educational qualifications are, she's an MA in English, LLB, DTE, PG Diploma in Teaching of English, PhD in English. DLIT has been conferred on her honorary by Inox International University and MSCIT. She is a trained Infosys faculty for Global Language Enhancement Program. She's a NAC assessor and a resource person for academic staff colleges of RTM Nagpur University and SGB Amravati University. She is an associate editor and reviewer of International Journal of Multidisciplinary Approach and Studies and a reviewer of several international journals. She is also an executive member of Association of Indian College Principals, Center for Literary Interaction and Creativity, and Shakespearean Center of Central India. She has been a keynote speaker in many plenary sessions, experts, and chairperson at various national and international conferences. She has also been an active player of Kho-Kho, hockey, athletics, cricket, etc. Also had been the highest ranked cadet in the college NCC and was awarded the best shooter at the Raipur division of NCC. And she's also very active on the social front. She's an organ donor and regularly organizes and participates in blood donation camps and free medical checkup camps and awareness programs on social and environmental issues. So students and friends, we have amongst us today a multifaceted personality and someone very dear to my heart. And she will be talking to you today on The Lost Leader by Robert Browning. Over to you, Patil Madam.
Thank you, Sujata Madam. And well begun is how done. You have already started. This is a joint venture by Dayanand College and Santaji Mahavidyalaya. Santaji is a highly ranked college in Nagpur, very prestigious one. And Dayanand also is a very reputed college for women's education. So with that little note and my gratitude that you thought of me, including in this venture, with the little introduction and little note, I'll just share my screen and yeah, then I'll talk about it here. I hope it has been shared. Yeah?
Not yet, we can't still see it.
It will take time. Not yet?
Yeah, it is there. Very much.
It is there.
Yeah.
It's lost leader. Okay. So my friend, now you have cleared your BA Part 1. BA Part 2 means 4th semester. This is the 5th semester's portion, poetry portion. So I'm going to talk about The Lost Leader. Browning, as Madam has already told you, it's a poem by Browning. Browning is particularly addressing William Wordsworth in this poem. William Wordsworth is a senior poet. The poem is actually an attack on William Wordsworth, his senior poet friend. Browning considers him a traitor, a person who betrayed. A traitor as Wordsworth left the liberal cause and accepted honors from the royals. In the first part, the speaker attacks the leader And in the second, he describes the action taken as a result of the leader deserting the slaves without the leader. Means deserting these people, Browning and his tribe, he left in between. So he was leading some cause, but he left in between, and that hurt Robert Browning, and Robert Browning that then wrote this poem. So I'll also switch over to Hindi also. Lost Leader एक poem है, रॉबर्ट ब्राउनिंग ने लिखी है, और रॉबर्ट ब्राउनिंग इसमें विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ को क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे हैं, और विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ उनके लीडर थे, उनको लीड कर रहे थे और रिवॉल्यूशनरी मूवमेंट में, पर धीरे धीरे उनका मन बदल गया और वो रॉयल्स को ज्वाइन कर गए, और तब इससे दुखी होकर रॉबर्ट ब्राउनिंग ने ये पोएम लिखी. Now, it's lost leader, not last, okay? Lost is the leader who listens not to the advice of his leaders, okay? और lost leader is one who has deserted his followers. Leader ऐसा तो नहीं होना चाहिए ना जो अपने followers को ही छोड़ दे या अपने followers को mislead करे, तो ऐसे leader को lost leader ही कहना चाहिए. Who is a leader? A true leader creates more leaders. Okay, a leader should lead properly. You can see some pictures which is not really acceptable. Leaders sitting on the top of the followers, or who is leading in such a manner, going to one direction, and the followers, he is instructing his followers to go to other directions. So let's see who is a true leader. A leader is he who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Leaders वही सच्चा leader होगा जो ये जानता है कि कहाँ जाना है, अपने फॉलोअर्स को कहां ले जाना है, वो खुद भी जाता है, ऐसा नहीं कि वो पीछे छूट जाता है, वो खुद भी जाता है, एंड देन ही शोज द वे, और करेक्ट पाथ दिखाता है. दैट्स द ट्रू लीडर. बट हियर वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द ट्रू लीडर, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द लॉस्ट लीडर हु हैज betrayed his followers. There is a comparison between boss and leader also. There is a difference between a boss and a leader. Boss will reach to the goal without bothering the team or the followers, whereas the leader will help his followers or his team to go forward. Leader और boss में अंतर है, आप ये देख सकते हैं यहाँ भी कि कैसे boss खुद ही top पर पहुंच गया और बाकी सबको topple down कर रहा है, whereas leader is trying every person, every team member to help out to reach the goal. And naturally here the boss will tell them to go, but the real leader, true leader will say, come on, let's go. He will lead. So that is very important, that he will lead from the front and will not sit behind to order. Let's talk about the poet. About the poet Robert Browning. Robert Browning was a Victorian English poet and playwright. Playwright means dramatist. वो poet भी थे और dramatist भी थे. Or Robert Browning was actually a Victorian English poet. If I say, that means he belonged to Victorian era. Victorian era is a 63 years span period from which begins from 1837 to 1901, that marked the reign of England's Queen Victoria. Victoria ruled India also. So Victorian rule is called Victorian age. Robert Browning was an English poet and playwright whose dramatic monologue made him one of the foremost Victorian poets. Very famous, very established one. Robert Browning is a dramatic, philosophical, and metaphysical poet. His style of writing was a little bit dramatic, and he used to do character analysis. So philosophical part was there, and he also touched upon metaphysical side. That means meta means beyond, physical means physical. He used to take something from the simple to the complicated and extraordinary. Robert Browning is famous for writing this dramatic monologue. Even this poem is a dramatic monologue. It's a you can say it's an ideal poem of which can have all the traits of dramatic monologue. His poems are noted for irony. The irony means satire, derision, banter, dark humor, which is in Hindi we call it kataksh, characterization, social commentary, historical settings, and challenging vocabulary and syntax. Now, let's talk about his dramatic monologues. He is the most successful writer of dramatic monologues in English. His super creation, Men and Women, contains 50 dramatic monologues, which are written in blank verse. Blank verse, blank means khali, okay? Blank verse actually is a poetry that has regular rhythm, but whose lines do not end with the same sound. जिसको हम बोलते हैं unrhymed iambic pentameter. उसमें सारे मीटर ठीक रहता है, but rhyming is not set, okay? That's called blank verse. It means each line contains 5 EMs. EM एक प्रकार का prayer है जिसमें one strong and one weak syllables. The syllable is actually contained. It's a foot of 2 syllables. Okay, that I will talk about it later on. Okay, and his dramatic monologue symbolizes moral crisis in the soul of characters. So dramatic monologue, actually it's a kind of a character study. Okay, it is a character study. It is a kind of a philosophical and psychological study of a character. And a speaker used to talk. I'll talk about it in my coming slides. As he wanted to expose the human mind and heart, so he found his ideal medium in the form of this dramatic monologue. And some of the dramatic monologues he has written: My Last Duchess, Rabbi Ben Ezra, and Del Sarto, Fra Lippo-Filippi, Grammarian Funerals, and Porphyria's Lover. Now let us understand what is dramatic monologue. Actually, it's a poetic form, or you can call it's a poetic dramatic form, but more, it is a poetic form with dramatic characteristics. It is an address to a silent listener. In this poem, a narrator used to speak. A speaker is there. He is talking. He is addressing, and he is talking to a silent listener. Silent listener means the listener is not responding. It is different from soliloquy, where there is no listener. Soliloquy is again a dramatic device. Okay, soliloquy, you must remember, I have taken one picture here. That is actually Hamlet's one. Hamlet's soliloquies are very famous. On the stage, a speaker is speaking to himself. Stage पर जब एक व्यक्ति खुद ही अपने आप से बोलता है, okay, that is soliloquy, because he wanted to open up his heart. Okay, the soliloquy is actually a kind of monologue addressed to oneself and his thoughts spoken out loudly, okay, without addressing any other, without no other character used to be there on the stage at that time. Okay, so soliloquy is different, but both are monologue. Okay, monologue means, you must have heard about dialogue. Dialogue means, die means two. Okay, two people talking, it's a conversation, but monologue means a speech. Okay, so soliloquy is also a monologue, but on the stage, a single person used to speak. There is no listener. Nobody listens to it except the audience. Okay, whereas in dramatic monologue, the listener is also there, but the listener is not responding. Okay, his responses are registered, but he is not actively taking part into it. So it is a monologue, means only the narrator speaks in self-explanation. And when the narrator is speaking, he is saving his skin, he is justifying himself, but about whom he is talking, he used to criticize. He used to criticize the person, he used to analyze the character of the person, perhaps in a negative way. Yeah, it is a complaint about the person who is not present. A dramatic monologue is a dramatic discourse usually employing the following element: fiction, speaker, okay, an implied audience, a symbolic setting, okay, and dramatic gestures. And furthermore, if you say that it is an emphasis on speaker's subjectivity. Dramatic monologue provides interesting snapshots of the speakers and their personalities. Robert Browning is often considered the master of the form of the dramatic monologue. In Browning's dramatic monologue, the speakers lay bare his inner thoughts and feelings. That's why they are regarded as the soul studies. Okay, so now you understood dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue एक प्रकार का एक ही व्यक्ति का स्पीच है. So poem में भी एक व्यक्ति बोल रहा है, पर वो किसी और के बारे में बोल रहा है और अपने आप को भी justify कर रहा है. That's why it is monologue. Okay. Now background of the poem. from an early age, Browning admired William Wordsworth as a romantic. He's a romantic poet. William Wordsworth was a romantic poet for his revolutionary ideas. He has very revolutionary ideas. He used to lead most of the poets. So he used to follow, he used to praise, he used to treat him as his leader. And Browning admired Wordsworth because he was in favor of the French Revolution and supports the Republican Party. Freedom को हम सब support करते हैं, हम slavery को नहीं करते. So French Revolution was for freedom. Actually, the French Revolution was a period of major social upheaval that began in 1787 and ended in 1799. Known for its motto liberty, equality and fraternity. हमारा भी जो constitution है वो inspired है French Revolution से, और we also believe in liberty, equality and fraternity. So Browning was expecting William Wordsworth also to support French Revolution, but in between William Wordsworth left that moment and joined the Royals. However, he later gave up his revolutionary dreams. He means William Wordsworth, and supported the Conservative Party. Conservative Party जो Royals थी, ruling party थी, जो government थी, for the sake of some honors and favors. अब उसको कुछ उन्होंने honors और favors देना शुरू किया. Then he changed his party. So he in 1813 Wordsworth obtained the position of a distributor of stamps. Means he became an officer. He accepted a civil lease pension. और उसको पेंशन भी शुरू हो गई गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से. He also accepted the position of poet laureate. Poet laureate used to be an official poet in the government. There is a cadre, so it is a kind of an honor also. So Wordsworth accepted this, which Browning did not like, and Browning and his friends did not like. So he wrote this poem. Robert Lynn also commented. He said Browning thought that Wordsworth was a turncoat. Turncoat means पक्ष बदलने वाला होता है, दल बदलू बोलते हैं. Okay, renegade, अवज्ञाकारी. So Wordsworth was turncoat or renegade. He a poet who began as a champion of liberty and ended as its enemy. Okay, शुरुआत तो उसने लिबर्टी के लिए की, पर बाद में फेवर मिलने लगे तो उसने पार्टी चेंज कर ली, और ब्राउनिंग इससे गुस्सा हो गया. सिंस ही वाज एन एक्सपर्ट इन राइटिंग ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग, सो इन ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग ही इज हियर टॉकिंग अबाउट वर्ड्सवर्थ. नाउ इट्स अबाउट द पोएम. व्हाट इज देयर इन द लॉस्ट लीडर. द पोएम वाज पब्लिश्ड इन नवंबर 1845 in Dramatic Romances and Lyrics. ये बुक में पोएम उसकी प्रकाशित हुई 1845 को. Okay, the poem is an example of dramatic monologue. ये मैंने आपको बता दिया है बार बार. आप ये easily लिख सकते हैं. मैंने easy sentences इसलिए ज्यादा डिस्प्ले में किए हैं. जनरली मैं लिखती नहीं हूँ ज्यादा स्लाइड्स में, but for you I have written down. Browning addresses William Wordsworth in the poem. और दूसरी बात यह है कि Browning किसको एड्रेस कर रहा है, किससे बात कर रहा है? विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ से, जो प्रेजेंटली साइलेंट लिसनर कौन है? विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ. The speaker attacks his lost leader, और वो उसको अटैक कर रहा है, उसको क्रिटिसाइज कर रहा है. ओके, किसके लिए कर रहा है ये भी मैंने बताया. The poem is in the form of a complaint about William Wordsworth for his betrayal. Okay, and the betrayal of a leader who has deserted his cause. Okay, the poem is in the form of complaint, which I have already told you, but he also remembers how great leader he was once. और एक बात की, उन्होंने एक लंबी पोएम लिखी है. एक्चुअली ये 32 लाइंस की पोएम है, जिसमें आधे have and stanzas are not followed. He didn't follow the stanza forms there, but there are some parts, or you can say stanza chapters, you can say. So पहले पार्ट में तो उन्होंने क्रिटिसाइज किया, पर सेकेंड पार्ट में और बाकी इसमें उन्होंने उनको प्रेज भी किया. He was a great leader when he was on this party, when he was favoring liberal group. He was a great leader. तो ये भी उसने उनको प्रेज भी किया है कि he was a great leader. Okay, rhyme scheme in the poem is irregular, but mostly cross rhyme is implied. The rhyme scheme is A B C B. Generally A B ऐसा होता है, alternate rhyme होते हैं. This I will talk to you when I'll show you the lines, poems. Okay, the poem is divided into two parts, but doesn't have any stanzas. मैंने आपको बताया कि stanza नहीं, और you can say stanza chapters हैं. ओके ऐसे कुछ ये नहीं है। और पहले पार्ट में उन्होंने क्रिटिसाइज किया है, पर दूसरे पार्ट में उन्होंने उसको ग्रेट लीडर भी माना है। ओके, नाउ लेट अस बिगिन विद द पोएम। जस्ट फॉर अ हैंडफुल ऑफ सिल्वर ही लेफ्ट अस। कितना सिंपल सेंटेंस जैसा यूज किया है उन्होंने। नाउ दिस इज हिज स्टाइल ऑफ राइटिंग पोएम। जस्ट फॉर अ रिबन टू स्टिक इन हिज कोट, found the one gift of which fortune bereft left, lost all the others she lets us devote. They with the gold to give doled him out silver. So much was theirs, who so little allowed. How all our copper had gone for his service. Rags, were they purple? His heart had been proud. So these are the 8 lines here, okay, and I have a little paraphrase. Perhaps this may also be a difficult thing for you, but I'll try to explain these things, okay. और कुछ वर्ड्स भी मैंने नीचे मीनिंग में लिखे हैं जो आप ये कर सकते हैं। जस्ट फॉर अ हैंडफुल ऑफ सिल्वर ही लेफ्ट, वो उसने हमको क्यों छोड़ दिया? ही लेफ्ट मीन्स ही अबेंडन्ड अस। जस्ट फॉर अ हैंडफुल ऑफ सिल्वर मीन्स कुछ पैसों के लिए, मुट्ठी भर, हैंडफुल ऑफ कॉइन्स, ही अबेंडन्ड अस, हमको उसने छोड़ दिया। जस्ट फॉर अ रिबन टू स्टिक इन हिज कोट, ये देखिए कोट में रिबन्स कैसे, तो थोड़े बहुत डेकोरेशन के लिए रिबन्स, दैट इज देयर, ओके। रिबन सिग्निफाइंग ऑफिशियल पोजीशन ऑफ अ पोएट लॉरियर, पोएट लॉरियर बनने से, तो इतने केवल रिबन के लिए उसने हमें छोड़ दिया। जस्ट फॉर अ रिबन टू स्टिक हिज कोट ही जस्ट लेफ्ट अस, found the one gift of which fortune bereft us. And उसने क्या पाया? Found just one gift, okay, and that luck has actually was not so kind to give it to us. So luck has, the fortune has bereft us. Bereft means here, bereft means which is left him, okay. Fortune didn't favor us here, but he got that one gift. Lost all others she lets us devote. She here for fortune, okay, and but he has lost all others. हमारा faith, हमारा प्यार, whatever we were giving him, it was all gone, and she lets us devote, और उसने हमको छोड़ दिया to devote. Gift on gift he got and was bought with a ground. They with the gold to give doled him out silver. So वे कौन है? Government या फिर कंजर्वेटिव पार्टी, जो रूलिंग पार्टी, जो उसको they with the gold to give, उनके पास बहुत था। दे ऑफ कोर्स गवर्नमेंट में है, पावर में है, तो ट्रेजर बहुत है, तो उनके पास गोल्ड था देने को, पर उसको क्या दिया उन्होंने? सिल्वर, थोड़ा बहुत दे दिया, चलो, ओके। सो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड, ही डोल्ड हिम आउट, दे डोल्ड हिम आउट सिल्वर। So much was theirs, was who so little allowed. So much was there, इतना सारा उनके पास था, पर उन्होंने थोड़ा सा ही दिया, isn't it? Little allowed, okay. Gold was given, but how parsimonious, that means how misers they were, okay. Stinking of gold, but skin flints at court, okay. They were misers. How all our copper had gone for his service, परंतु हमारा जो कॉपर है, हमारे all small coins, okay, जो हम उसकी सर्विस पे लगाते थे, इसका कोई मतलब ही नहीं रह गया। rags means होता है, ये यहाँ भी मैंने लिखा है, remnant, rags of dishonor, wrong color, wrong sort. Rags were they purple? अब मैंने जो gold, silver, copper और purple actually this is a color of the ruling party, royalty, okay, that is a link to royalty or officer. Generally they used to wear purple, so he favored that purple, that's rags, okay, that is torn cloth of dishonor for us, wrong color, wrong sort, and his heart had been proud, but he was proud of choosing that. It is really shameful that he became proud to choose this purple color, and he left our coppers, accepted the silver, though they can give them gold. So मैं फिर से शुरू से पहले लाइन से 8वीं लाइन तक आपको बता देती हूँ शॉर्ट में। वो हमको छोड़ गया थोड़े से मुट्ठी भर सिल्वर के लिए, मुट्ठी भर कॉइन्स के लिए, कुछ रिबन्स लगाने के लिए कोट में, मींस कुछ ऑनर्स उसको जो मिलने थे, और एक गिफ्ट के लिए जो फॉर्चून ने हमको नहीं दिया था, वो उसने बहुत सारे गिफ्ट जो हम शायद उसको सपोर्ट कर रहे थे, वो सब छोड़ गया। और वो लोग जो थे रूलर थे, वो गोल्ड दे सकते थे, परंतु उसको उन्होंने सिल्वर दिया। विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ को सिल्वर दिया. So much was there who was so little allowed. और इतना सारा उनके पास था, theirs, उनका इतना सारा था उनके पास ट्रेजर बहुत था, पर उन्होंने थोड़ा सा दिया, सिल्वर दिया उसको. ओके, और हमारा कॉपर उसके लिए कोई मतलब नहीं रखता था. ओके, फॉर हिज सर्विस वी हैव ऑफर्ड अवर कॉपर्स, दैट मीन्स स्मॉल कॉइन्स. थोड़ा पैसा हमने दिया, बट दैट वाज मीनिंगलेस फॉर हिम बिकॉज ही हैज जॉइन्ड द पर्पल ग्रुप एंड ही बिकेम प्राउड ऑफ इट. ओके, द मीनिंग्स आर given here. Riband is an old form for ribbon, but here it is for decoration. So now I'll move. Perhaps I take that you have understood first 8 lines. Now here we have next 8 lines. We that had loved him so, followed him, honored him, lived in his mild and magnificent eye, learned his great language, caught his clear accent, made him our pattern to live and to die. Shakespeare was of us, Milton was for us, Burns, Shelley were with us. They watch from their graves. He alone breaks from the van and the freeman. He alone sings to the rear and the slaves. Now here we have the paraphrasing as well with it and the meanings. Okay. We that had loved him, हम जो उसको इतना प्यार करते थे, हम we followed him, honored him, हम उसको follow करते थे, हम उसको respect करते थे, honor करते थे. We were fans, हम लोग fans जैसे थे उसके, all of us, और हम उसको follow भी करते थे, honor भी करते थे. Lived in his mild and magnificent eye, and we were living in the sight of his glory. We have all high respect for him. Okay, learned his great language, और इतना हम उससे impressed और influenced थे कि उसकी language को हम ध्यान से सुनते थे. Okay, caught his clear accent, जो भी वो बोलते थे, accent means बोलने का लहजा, जो भी वो बोलते थे, we used to listen to him carefully, we used to follow him. तो यहाँ पर praise है उसके बारे में, ये 3-4 लाइन में उसके बारे में praise है कि वो हम उसको कितना प्यार करते थे, follow करते थे, honor करते थे, उसको रिस्पेक्ट करते थे, उसकी लैंग्वेज को हम सुनते थे, समझते थे, उसके एक्सेंट को हम फॉलो करते थे. मेड हिम आवर पैटर्न टू लिव एंड डाई. आवर पैटर्न मीन्स आवर आइडियल, और यू कैन से आइडल. ओके, हम उसको अपना आइडल समझते थे. टुक हिम एज आवर आइडल आइकॉन. ओके, और हम उसके लिए जीने और मरने के लिए तैयार थे. तो ये 4 लाइन में उसका प्रेस किया है कि हम उसके लिए इतना कुछ कर रहे थे. शेक्सपियर वॉज ऑफ अस, मिल्टन, यहाँ पर कुछ पोएट्स, सेलिब्रेटेड पोएट्स के नाम लिखे हैं. शेक्सपियर, मिल्टन, रॉबर्ट बर्न्स, ओके, पीबी शैली, ये सारे लोग जो थे, ये सब भी हमारे साथ थे, और वो भी सारे खुश थे कि मिल्टन हमको सपोर्ट कर रहा है. दे वॉच फ्रॉम देयर ग्रेव्स, क्योंकि अब ये नहीं रहे, दे आर गॉन, दे आर वॉचिंग फ्रॉम देयर ग्रेव्स. ग्रेव से कब कौन देखता है? जब व्यक्ति मर जाता है तो वो अपने ग्रेव में चला जाता है. कहाँ? कब्र में. ओके, so वो कब्र से देख रहे. Now they are not there. Stratford on Avon, that is for Shakespeare, Milton, Burns, Alistair, that means Shelley. They are watching from their tomb. Okay, he alone breaks from the van and the free man. And ये अकेला ऐसा व्यक्ति था जो छोड़ गया हमको. Okay, and हम लोग को free man को, we are free. Now he wanted to become a slave. He alone, van actually is a kind of a military band. So he left our military force, the force for freedom. He left. Okay, and he alone sings only. So he abandoned us. That means he left us, and is not for us. Not actually. He has nothingness. Now he has turned into nothingness for us. अभी हमारे लिए उसका कोई importance नहीं रहा. और he alone sings to the rear and the slaves. He alone sings. Sings means डूबना. Okay, so he alone sings to the rear. Rear means backward. He only left us and turned towards the royals, and he has left us. हमको slaves को उसने छोड़ दिया और वो रॉयल पार्टी को ज्वाइन कर गया. That's really odd. So शुरू से आखिर तक उन्होंने बोला कि हम यहाँ पर उसको बहुत रिस्पेक्ट करते थे, परंतु वो ही हमको छोड़ गया. हमारे बाकी जो पोएट्स हैं, respected poets, those who are not amongst us now, they must be watching, they must be crying from their grave. Should I move? फिर से मेरे को रिपीट नहीं करना है. Okay, I think that you have understood. Okay, let's move. Now, next 8 lines, we shall March prospering, not through his presence. Songs may inspirit us, not from his lyre. Deeds will be done while he boasts his quiescence. Still by bidding crouch whom the rest bade aspire. Blot out his name, then record one lost soul more. One task more declined, one more footpath untrod, one more devil's triumph and sorrow for angels, one wrong more to man, one more insult to God. So these are the 8 lines. Now the paraphrasing here. Okay. Yeah, and you have the meanings also. Okay, we shall march prospering. हम तो अपना journey जारी रखेंगे. We'll continue our strides onward and onward. We will move forward. Not through his presence. पर वो नहीं रहेंगे अभी क्योंकि he has left us. Not through his presence. No, not with his help. With his presence. Songs may inspirit us. अभी songs हमको inspire here for inspire. Songs will inspire us. Okay, not by from his lyre. Lyre actually a musical instrument hai with the chord. Okay, so the songs will not be his songs. Okay, and the songs will not be sung through his lyre, through his chord. Means वो हमारे लिए नहीं गाए, ना हम उसके song से अब inspire होंगे क्योंकि वो हमको छोड़ चुका है. But हमारी marching जारी रहेगी. Deeds will be done. Actions will flourish. हम लोग अभी भी काम करेंगे, हम लोग अभी भी आगे बढ़ेंगे. While he boasts his quiescence, जबकि वो अपना घमंड दिखा रहा है. Boast करना means showing that he is bragging. He is showing that I am quiescence. Quiescence means not showing any interest, quiet, sitting idle, state of inactivity. He is doing nothing. He is not supporting us. Okay. Still bidding crouch whom the rest bade aspire. But he is still bidding, crouching, that is crouch and not climb. Such discouraging words. So यहाँ crouch means झुकना होता है. Crouch means नीचे झुककर बैठना होता है. Whom the rest bade aspire. Still bidding. हम लोग अभी भी आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे. But जो crouch कर गया, जो झुक गया, जो turn हो गया. So whom the rest bade aspire. So हम लोग सब, rest means we all, those who are still moving, still marching, we will bid him goodbye. We will aspire that we will go without him. Blot out his name. उसके नाम को हटा देंगे. Then record one lost soul more. और हम ये record करेंगे कि now one lost soul. We have lost one soul. That means we have one lost leader. Leader जिसको हमने छोड़ दिया, जिसको हमने जिसने हमको छोड़ा और उसके बाद हमने उस मोमेंट को छोड़ दिया. One task more declined. One task more, okay, refused, declined. Okay. Then one more footpath untrod. और एक और footpath जो रास्ता जा रहा था untrod, जो हम जहां नहीं जाएंगे. Trodden path means जहां हम जाते हैं, bitten path. Untrod means untrodden path, जहां कोई नहीं जाता. So one footpath will be untrod. एक footpath जो होगा जहां हम नहीं जाएंगे. So one task will be declined, one path will be declined, one soul will be declined because he is a lost soul. Okay. And one more devil's triumph. और शायद एक बार devil की विजय हो गई. And sorrow for angels. Devils and angels, in biblical stories we talk about them. Devils, evil god we can say. Triumph means jeet, victory, win. So एक devil शायद devil की यहाँ पर जीत हो गई. And sorrow for angels, और one incident ऐसा हो गया जो angels के लिए दुख का विषय है परंतु devil के लिए जीत का विषय है. One wrong more to man and one more insult to God. So ye one more wrong to man. Actually, again, it is a biblical illusion here. The poet is talking about one insult. Judah has already betrayed Jesus. So that was one wrong to man. This is another wrong he has done. Wordsworth has done another wrong. That's why he says it is one more insult to God. ये दूसरी बार God की insult है. तो ये biblical illusion है यहाँ पर. Okay. और religious imagery we call it. So इन 8 लाइनों में उन्होंने यही कहा है कि हम लोग आगे जाते जाएंगे, वो नहीं होंगे, वो इंस्पायर नहीं करेंगे, ना उनके हमको सॉन्ग इंस्पायर करेंगे, ना उनकी लॉयर इंस्पायर करेंगे, उनके कॉर्ड, ना हम उनकी म्यूजिकल धुन सुनेंगे. और हमारा काम चलता रहेगा. He will boast of quiescence, means वो inactive रहेगा, वो हमारे साथ नहीं रहेगा. We have already bid him goodbye, okay, but his name, blot out his name, okay, we will regard him as lost soul, okay, one task declined, one path untrodden, okay, because it is one more devil's trim, means it is one victory of devil, and it will be one sorrow for the angels because one more wrong is done to man. और उन्होंने इसको बिब्लिकल एल्यूशन दिया है, वन मोर इंसल्ट टू गॉड. और ये एक बार और इंसल्ट हो गई गॉड की, जैसे जूडास ने जेसस की इंसल्ट की थी, तो वर्ड्सवर्थ ने हम लोगों की इंसल्ट किए. ही हैज लेफ्ट अवर कॉज. So yeah, the last 8 lines now. Life's night begins, let him never come back to us. There would be doubt, hesitation and pain, forced praise on our part, the glimmer of twilight. Okay, never glad, confident morning again. Best fight on well, for we taught him strike gallantly. Menace our heart, we master his own. Then let him receive the new knowledge and wait us. Pardon in heaven, the first by the throne. So with these 8 lines, he has come to a different tone. Perhaps it's a mellow tone. Okay. Yeah. So life's night begins. Abhi, life's night means it's darkness, gloominess. Means it is something negative happening. Means it is something we are going back. We are saddened. Let him never come back to us. वो दुखी तो हैं क्योंकि life की night शुरू हो गई. Means रात्रि, means we are going back. We are going down. Okay. We are perhaps being defeated because of his non-cooperation. He will never come back to us. अब तो जाने दीजिए उसको, वो कभी वापस नहीं आएंगे. There would be no doubt, no question. Okay. Hesitation and pain. Okay. There would be doubt, hesitation and pain, but there is be doubt for his action, of course a kind of trepidation, hesitation, pain, takleef to hogi, confusion, pain, doubt, forced praise on our part. Forced praise, हम लोग forced अभी उसको praise कर रहे हैं, but that is something we are in the state of hesitation, pain and doubt. The glimmer of twilight, पर हमेशा ही कहीं ना कहीं एक छोटी सी किरण रहती है. We call it silver lining. So the glimmer of twilight is actually the evening time, when the stars started twinkling in the sky, and you have the night's light, moon and stars light. So the glimmer, a light of twilight, some light is there. Never glad, confident morning again. Yes, हो सकता है कि फिर से कोई अच्छी, glad means happy, खुशी वाली confident morning ना आए. Okay, रात शुरू भी हो गई है. There is a glimmer of light, but there is a hope against hope. But perhaps morning cannot be so happy again. Best fight on well, for we taught him. हमने fight करना सिखाया, और fight we taught him. हमने उसको सिखाया कैसे fight करना. Strike gallantly. Twilight के लिए मैंने ray of hope है. Okay, that, and gallantly, valiantly, boldly. Okay, strongly means with bold stride. You can strike. That you can do. Menace our heart, or we master his own. And he is a kind of a threat. Menace means threat. Our heart before we master our own. Okay, हम लोगों we are actually under the threat before we can master. Okay, his own style and non-cooperation, because we are at the receiving end. We are sad. So now we are overcoming that. Then let him receive the new knowledge and wait us. Now what knowledge he has got, let him receive the new knowledge, let him receive the new position he got, and await us. Okay, and wait for us. Perhaps one day he'll come back, but let's see, we are not ready for that. Pardon in heaven. Oh, God will pardon in heaven. Okay, pardon, क्षमा करना. Okay, माफ कर देना. Heaven means what you call it in Hindi, paradise, swarg. Okay, the first by the throne, and he will means first by the throne means by in the name of throne, because he has supported the queen, he has supported the government. So in the name of queen, perhaps he will be pardoned in heaven. God knows. So we only wish him good luck, but we are not happy. We are not satisfied the way he has deserted us, the way he has betrayed us. the way he has deceived us. So यहाँ पर बहुत दुखी वो लग रहे हैं ये 8 लाइन्स में, और इस प्रकार उन्होंने पोएम को एंड किया. Okay, should I move again? Okay. There is anaphora, a poetic device used here. Anaphora is actually a repetition of a word or phrase at the beginning of successive clauses. Anaphora actually is used in the poem to belittle the objects a leader has sold out for. Just for a handful of silver, just for a ribbon. This emphasizes that those he has left, okay, do not need material pleasures. So anaphora actually एक poetic device है जिसमें कुछ group of words या phrase को repeat किया जाता है बार बार in a poem, just like just for a, that is there, just for a handful of silver he left us, just for a ribbon to stick in his coat. So just for, this is called anaphora. Okay, this is a poetic device. And here also Shakespeare was for us, with Milton he has used. Okay, these repetition of words are called anaphora. But if you use a complete line, that is called refrain. Okay, one task more. Okay, one more devil's triumph, one wrong more. So one again you have this kind of a repetition. That is a poetic device which is called anaphora. That makes a kind of a tone, a melody in the poem. Now here the melody is actually of war song. Okay. And another thing is religious imagery. Imagery actually is a use of words in a language that produces pictures in the minds of the readers. That is mind picture. Imagery means हम एक image mind picture बनाते हैं किसी की language की. यहाँ पर 3 pieces, that is handful of silver. Okay, in the first line we saw one more devil's triumph and sorrow for angels. Okay, so images comes in our minds. One wrong more to man and one more insult to God. These are religious imagery. I have already told you that they are all actually biblical allusions. Pardoned in heaven. Okay, so these are it is some association with Christianity, biblical allusions. Okay, he has used here. Yeah, and the structure we see here, it's a dactylic tetrameter. Not really of much importance for us, but I have added it for you for the sake of knowledge. Dactyl tetrameter ज़्यादातर इस poem में use हुई है. One long syllable followed by 2 short syllables. Actually sound syllables होते हैं. आप जब कुछ poems में line बोलते हैं तो sound syllables होते हैं, उसका set होता है. और यहाँ पर dactyl जो है IEM मैंने पहले use किया था, iambic pentameter free verse के लिए, वो 1 strong and 1 weak. Okay, here it is 1 strong, 2 weak. Okay, just for a handful of silver he left. So 4 times is tetrameter. So इसी प्रकार ये poem लिखी गई है dactyl tetrameter में. Okay, that can be sung nicely and can have the effect of a war song. Okay. And the use of meter creates a rhythm like a snare drum, I told you, and makes the poem sound like a battle song. And the use of caesura at the start of the second stanza breaks up the meter further. जहाँ पर stop आ जाता है, caesura means stop and a turning point, almost like a call and response battle march. जैसे कि हम battle के लिए जा रहे हैं, पहले आपको वो charge करते हैं snare drum से, like a battle song, and then they call you to charge. Okay, it is something like this. In this way the poem is written. Now let us come to the end. That is the question answer. I have taken some comprehension here. My dear friends, you have to respond on YouTube, that message box, and Chakravarti madam will tell me your answers. So the first question is here. If you have understood, if you need more explanation, I can go back and explain it to you. Okay, but when I will talk about the short answer questions, and then I'll also explain. Choose the right answer from the options given below. पहला आपका है ये multiple choice question. At the beginning of the poem, in lines 1 to 3, the poet is praising someone, exhorting someone, calling out to someone, criticizing someone. So these 3 lines I have already put it here. यहाँ पर उन्होंने ये पहली 3 लाइन में क्या पोएट ने किसी को प्रेज किया है, एग्जॉर्ट किया है, किसी को चार्ज किया है, कॉलिंग आउट टू समवन और क्रिटिसाइजिंग समवन, क्या किया है? चक्रवर्ती मैडम, लोग रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहे हैं तो मुझे बताइएगा. या
Not yet, madam. There is actually a lag of
लैग.
yeah, lag of about 30 to 40 seconds. So they are yet to respond. We'll have to give
Okay,
them some more time.
so I'll wait. Let them respond to it,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
they can easily do that. That if they have understood 10% of the poem, they will immediately respond to it. Please respond on your message box. Which option? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which option is correct? Okay. In the beginning of the poem, the poet is actually praising someone, exhorting someone, calling out someone, or criticizing someone. Poem में वो बोल रहे हैं, just for a handful of silver he left us, just for a ribbon to stick in his coat, found the one gift of which fortune bereft us. Okay, तो एक गिफ्ट उसको मिल गया, उसने हमको छोड़ दिया. So it's a kind of a complaint here. So what is your answer? Yes, किसी एक ने भी दे दिया है तो then it's okay. Hello.
Criticizing someone is the answer given.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, absolutely correct. We'll proceed to the next one. Next का भी आंसर देने की कोशिश करें. Stanza 1, gold, silver, copper refer to. इन्होंने गोल्ड की बात की, सिल्वर की बात की, कॉपर की बात की, तो वो मेटल्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, मनी के बारे में कर रहे हैं, या मर्केंटाइज या मिनरल्स. या क्या ऑप्शन है यहाँ पर आपके? क्या चॉइस है आपका यहाँ पर? 1, 2, 3, 4. वो जब बात कर रहे हैं गोल्ड, सिल्वर और कॉपर की, तो वो रेफर कर रहे हैं मेटल को, मनी को, मर्केंटाइज, मिनरल्स. वेरी इजी. या so I hope you are answering.
Some of them are still answering the first one. Some people have answered option 3. Some have said option 4. Now somebody is saying gold. Somebody is saying money.
The gold is no answer there. Yeah,
I think it's for metal. They are saying gold. Two people have answered as money.
Yeah, gold, silver, and copper. They are actually referred for money here. So referred to money. Money is the correct answer.
Yeah, many more have answered. 5 to 6 people have answered money. So they are following your poll.
Money. Yeah. Good. So money. Let's solve the next one. Okay. Should I proceed to the next one? Okay. And now question number 6. The poet invokes great poets like Shakespeare, Shelley, because he wants to suggest that they admire the subject. Subject means William Wordsworth. They are waiting for the subject. They are in awe, in fear, that means, of the subject. डरे हुए थे subject से, wait कर रहे थे subject के लिए, उसको praise कर रहे थे, और they are disappointed by the subject, या उस subject से दुखी थे, disappoint थे. Poet ने बड़े बड़े लोगों का नाम लिया है, शेक्सपियर, शैली, बर्न्स, और he wants to suggest that they, और ये भी बताया था poet कि ये सारे लोग जो हैं वो ग्रेव से देख रहे हैं. तो वो क्या कर रहे थे? वो विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ को एडमायर कर रहे थे, वेट कर रहे थे विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ के लिए, या उससे डरे हुए थे, इंस्पायर्ड थे उससे. दे आर इन ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट, और दे आर डिसअपॉइंटेड बाय द सब्जेक्ट. क्या कर रहे थे? क्या थे? यस, प्लीज आंसर, देन आई विल मूव.
They are still working on it. I think nobody has answered for that. One Rahul Kinekar has answered 4. Option 4 somebody has given. Some student called Rahul Kinekar.
Yes,
Ankita Tundam also says 4.
Yes, 4. Yes, absolutely correct. Disappointed. वो जो ग्रेव से देख रहे थे वो दुखी थे.
Now many more are saying, putting in disappointed. Some are saying 4. You have got 7 to 8 answers. Option 4. Chalo.
Wonderful. Next one. Let's read the next one. Even though the subject will not join them, the poet and his people. Subject यहाँ विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ के लिए हम लेंगे. Even though the poet विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ will not join them, वो ज्वाइन नहीं करेंगे पोएट को और उसके लोगों को, हम लोगों को. ओके, विल कंटिन्यू टू मार्च ऑन. ओके, तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे? रॉबर्ट ब्राउनिंग और उसके फ्रेंड्स क्या करेंगे? विल कंटिन्यू टू मार्च ऑन, विल कंटिन्यू टू प्लीड विद हिम. भैया हमारे तरफ आ जाओ करके हम उसकी रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे क्या? विल कंटिन्यू टू क्राउच, हम उसके सामने झुकेंगे. विल कंटिन्यू टू बी क्वाइट, और या तो हम चुप रहेंगे, या हम चुप रहेंगे, या हम उसके सामने झुकेंगे, या हम उसको रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे, या फिर हम मार्च ऑन करेंगे, या फिर हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. क्या करेंगे हम लोग? अभी वो हमारे साथ ज्वाइन नहीं कर रहा है, उसने हमको धोखा दे दिया विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ ने। तो हम क्या करेंगे, क्या लिखा है पोएम में, विल कंटिन्यू टू मार्च ऑन, विल कंटिन्यू टू प्लीड विद हिम, हम उसकी विनती करेंगे, विल कंटिन्यू टू क्राउच, हम उसके सामने झुकेंगे, विल कंटिन्यू टू बी क्वाइट, और या फिर हम चुप रहेंगे। क्या होगा यहाँ पर ऑप्शन, क्या बोला, हम क्या करेंगे, भले अभी वर्ड्सवर्थ नहीं आ रहा है हमारे साथ, बट हम क्या करेंगे, वी विल गो।
Answers have started coming in. Ankita
Yeah.
Tumtam saying 1, Kalyani Junankar saying 1, Karuna Behram 1, Aarti Mandel 1.
Absolutely correct. Yes, yes. 1 is the correct
Chani
answer.
Pandey also 1.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yes. So Wordsworth decided not to cooperate, not to be the part of them, but they decided that they will march on without Wordsworth. Yes. This is the last one. Okay. Choose the right answer from the option given below. There would be doubt, hesitation, and pain, because doubt है, hesitation है, confusion है, pain है, और ऑप्शन आपके सामने है, the subject would have joined the poet, means यहाँ पर वर्ड्सवर्थ उनको ज्वाइन कर लेगा, the poet and his people will have to join the subject, या फिर पोएट और उसके लोग ही वर्ड्सवर्थ को ज्वाइन कर लेंगे, पार्टी बदल लेंगे, the poet and the people will be on their own, या पोएट और पीपल जो है वो अपने में ही रहेंगे. ओके, द सब्जेक्ट would have criticized the poet. तो ये चारों में से क्या होगा, फिर से मैं बताती हूँ. ये तकलीफें होंगी, डाउट भी रहेगा, हेजिटेशन भी रहेगा, पेन क्यों रहेगा, क्योंकि सब्जेक्ट उनको शायद ज्वाइन कर लेगा, या फिर वो लोग पोएट और वो लोग सब्जेक्ट को ज्वाइन कर, सब्जेक्ट मींस विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ को ज्वाइन कर लेंगे. द पोएट एंड द पीपल विल बी ऑन देयर ओन, या पोएट और पीपल अपने में ही रहेंगे, ऑन देयर ओन दे विल बी, और द सब्जेक्ट would have criticized the poet, और यह सब्जेक्ट उनको क्रिटिसाइज करेगा. सब्जेक्ट मींस विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ उनको क्रिटिसाइज करेगा. ऐसे करेगा क्या, वो तो खुद ही धोखा दिया है, तो विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ तो क्रिटिसाइज करेंगे नहीं. या the option is very much evident.
We'll have to give them a little more time.
Yeah, because the options are quite long.
One person has answered, the poet and his people will be on their own. Gunjan Sirsam.
Gunjan is a talented girl. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it's
Neha Kokate, number 3 option. Rahul Kinetkar, option number 3. Neha Pagare 3. Rahul Dudabade 3. Aarti Mandel, option 3. Are they right?
Wonderful.
Chandni
Yes,
Pandey,
absolutely
option
right.
3.
Absolutely right. Number 3 is the
Katole,
answer.
Dashna Sahare, all option 3. Diksha Mahoria.
Yes. He says we will be in doubt and hesitation and pain. But for what? Okay, the subject, क्या सब्जेक्ट उनको ज्वाइन करने वाला है? नहीं. पोएट और लोग उसके सब्जेक्ट को ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं. सब्जेक्ट मींस विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ को ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं? नहीं. पोएट और पीपल अपने आप में रहने वाले हैं. दे विल मार्च ऑन, दे विल गो ऑन. ओके, और सब्जेक्ट उनको क्रिटिसाइज करेगा पोएट को, ऐसा कहीं लिखा ही नहीं है, क्योंकि यहाँ तो पोएट ही, बिकॉज इट इज अ ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग एंड पोएट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द subject, that means about William Wordsworth. So there is no chance that William Wordsworth is going to criticize the poet. So the third is the correct option. So we have this, perhaps most of you have passed the exam. This is a short answer questions. I don't know now in this situation, pandemic situation, you have to answer this, but I'll just go on reading this and you will understand. What are the meanings of the word lost that the poem hints at? आपको भी सोचना है कि lost क्यों लिखा है उन्होंने. Lost का क्या मतलब है? Lost leader can be seen as a lament for the betrayal of a cause by a man who once wholeheartedly supported it. The man in question is the poet William Wordsworth. हमने पहले ही बता दिया है, बात कर ली. The cause is political liberalism. Okay, कारण उसका political liberalism था. ये लोग liberals को support कर रहे थे, पर William Wordsworth कंजर्वेटिव्स की तरफ चला गया. Once upon a time, Wordsworth was committed to the French Revolution. Wordsworth French Revolution को सपोर्ट कर रहा था, परंतु अब वो दूसरी तरफ चला गया. But as the years went by, he became increasingly reactionary. Browning regarded this as a betrayal. धोखेबाजी. Okay, Browning को ये लगा कि उसने धोखा दिया हमको. And he criticizes Wordsworth for this and called him the lost leader. और इसलिए उसने कहा कि ये लीडर हमने खो दिया है. That means lost leader. Lost means here lost his soul and became a puppet of the royals. और वो उनके हाथ का खिलौना बन गया है राजा के. रूलर्स के, एंड ही लॉस्ट हिज ट्रस्ट बाय एक्सेप्टिंग ऑनर्स फ्रॉम द रॉयल्स, और उसने अपना ट्रस्ट भी खो दिया, इसीलिए दिस लॉस्ट वर्ड इज यूज्ड कि क्योंकि उसने धोखा देके दूसरी पार्टी ज्वाइन कर दिया, इसलिए द लॉस्ट वर्ड इज यूज्ड फॉर हिम. So this is little suggestion only. The second question is here. What is the meaning of lines 9 to 12? What does the poet think? We do we without the leader. कुछ pronouns use किए हैं, they, theirs, we, him, okay, his. So we और him, his यहाँ पर आपको दिखेंगे. तो we कौन है? पोएट ने अपने साथ अपनी पूरी पार्टी ले ली. ओके, हम, मैं और हम लोग जो भी लिबरल का सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. सो ये लाइंस है 9, 10 और 11, 12. We that had loved him so, followed him, honored him. हम जो उसको उतना प्यार करते थे, फॉलो करते थे, ऑनर करते थे, रिस्पेक्ट करते, लिव इन हिज माइल्ड एंड मैग्निफिसेंट आई, और इतने रिस्पेक्टफुली उसको हम बिहेव करते थे उसके साथ, वो हमारे लिए बहुत ही सब्जेक्ट ऑफ ऑनर था. लर्न हिज ग्रेट लैंग्वेज, और उसके लैंग्वेज से हम प्रभावित थे, उसकी जो भी वो बोलता था उसको हम सुनते थे. कॉट हिज क्लियर एक्सेंट, और जो भी वो जिस लहजे में बात करते थे, जो भी बोलते थे उसको हम फॉलो करते थे. मेड हिम आवर पैटर्न टू लिव एंड डाई, और ये चारों लाइनें उसके प्रेज में है, और हमने उसको क्या बना लिया था? आवर पैटर्न. पैटर्न के लिए मैंने बताया था आइडियल या आइडल. ओके, हमने अपना उसको आइडियल, आदर्श बना लिया था. टू लिव एंड टू डाई, ये 4 लाइनों में व्हाट डज द पोएट थिंक वी विल डू विदाउट द लीडर. हम इस चारों लाइन को पढ़ने के बाद हम क्या करने वाले हैं, अब ये आंसर देना है. ये आंसर मैंने अपनी तरीके से दिया है यहाँ पर. अब देखिए, द मेंबर्स ऑफ द रिपब्लिकन पार्टी हैव बीन द ग्रेट एडमायरर्स and followers of William Wordsworth. Okay, they have showered their love and affection upon him. They have emulated means followed him, his pattern of life, and they have considered him as their role model. In spite of that, he had deceived them. Robert Browning thinks that he has not only deceived the ordinary man, but also all the great poets of England like शेक्सपियर, मिल्टन, बर्न्स, शेली. उसने हमको ही धोखा नहीं दिया, पर ये बड़े बड़े लोगों को भी दिया है जो आज जिंदा नहीं है, जो ग्रेव में है आज. have been the strong supporters of Republican Party. जो रिपब्लिकन पार्टी को सपोर्ट करते थे वो अब नहीं रहे, पर उनको भी धोखा दिया है उसने हमारे साथ साथ. और विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ has given up the noble cause only for the sake of power and position and has become the slave of the conservative party. अब वो कंजर्वेटिव पार्टी में चला गया है, हमारे नोबल कॉज को छोड़ दिया उसने. ये दुख है, इसीलिए अभी आगे हम क्या करेंगे, हम उसको छोड़कर we will march on. That I told you. Why does the poet wish that the leader should never come back to them? ओके, और यहाँ पर क्यों पोएट ऐसा बोल रहे हैं कि लीडर वापस नहीं आना चाहिए, अभी हमको उसकी जरूरत नहीं. एक बार कोई छोड़ के चला गया तो आप उसको अप्रिशिएट नहीं करते. सो इट इज इन द सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ द पोएम. द पोएट रॉबर्ट ब्राउनिंग कंसंट्रेट ऑन हाउ द लॉस्ट लीडर इज वन मोर डेविल्स ट्रैम्प. ये एक इविल गॉड की जीत है एक. ओके, द पोएट थिंक्स दैट द लॉस्ट लीडर्स एक्शंस वेयर अगेंस्ट द लिबरल्स. Browning admired Wordsworth as he was a youthful rebel and who was in favor of the French Revolution. However, as he got older, he gave up his revolutionary dream and supported the royals. He should not come back to them to create confusion. और ये भी बोल रहे हैं कि अब उसको वापस नहीं आना चाहिए to create confusion, fear, doubt and pain, as it would be difficult to praise him and respect him after his betrayal. क्योंकि अभी उसने हमको धोखा दे दिया, अब हम उसको respect या praise नहीं कर सकते. And the fourth question is, what's the tone of the poem? Give example to illustrate your answers. Throughout the poem, Browning reinforces the seriousness of the leader's actions. Okay, he uses a variety of methods to do so. और बहुत सारे तरीके से उन्होंने ये बताने की कोशिश की. सीरियसनेस, पोएम का टोन थोड़ा सा ये है, कंप्लेंट वाला टोन है, सीरियसनेस है पोएम में. The poem follows a catalectic meter which resembles a snare drum. मैंने पहले भी बताया, जैसे कि कोई ड्रम बीट वॉर सॉन्ग गा रहा हो ऐसे. Lots of hyperbolic language is used. ये मैंने ड्रॉप कर दिया है क्योंकि आप लोगों को ये नहीं आता. लिटरेचर में पढ़ाती तो मैं hyperbolic language भी पढ़ाती. The poem is like a battle song. Okay, punctuation is used to break up the rhythm of the poem. This is a wonderful poem. Flowing rhythms, strong masculine rhymes and enough variety to prevent monotony. So monotony नहीं है पोएम में. पोएम को पढ़ने से हमको बहुत एनर्जी मिलती है. We become charged and Browning's verse has high energy. He attempts to capture the somewhat irregular rhythm of speech and integrate them smoothly with the demands of metrical poetry. So यहाँ actually example भी मैंने दिया था, but perhaps I missed out that. I changed some slide and I missed out that. This is a long answer question, so I'm not going to read it. This, if you can have it, or it is on YouTube, you can see this. This is the, what is the significance of the title? ये आप खुद भी सोच सकते, significance means what's the importance of the title? Why the title is given to this poem? Lost Leader. क्यों ये इसको ऐसी title दिया? Why the leader described as lost? और उसी को उन्होंने फिर से explain किया है कि क्या है. ये आपको बताना है. And I kept on telling you this, why he was called a lost leader. आप message box में भी इसका आंसर मुझे लिखकर दे सकते हैं. So this is a complete answer. Okay. Because it's of 150 words. Okay. And second long answer question is about poets' disappointment with the leaders. Okay. Why? What are the consequences of the leader sections? So क्या उसके consequences होंगे leaders के action के? यदि leader सही action कर रहा है तो हम उसको praise करते हैं, पर ऐसा lost leader है तो हम उसको criticize करते हैं. So this is all about it. So I'm not going to read it again. Okay, you can have a snap or you can watch it in your YouTube. It is for your sake I have kept this. If Chakravarti madam permits me, I have a small video clip. Let's see if she permits, otherwise I'll skip it. Chakravarti madam, do we have some time? It's a
madam,
2 minutes.
how long is it? How long is the clip?
It's a just 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So this is about the leader, and I'll go for it. It's just 2 minutes, and you will really enjoy it. See how the leaders can be, and how the wrong leader. The lost leader. The followers were actually at the receiving end here. Thank you for your attentive listening. And if you have any question, I'll stop sharing. I'll stop my sharing. Okay. Thanks a lot for giving me the time. Yeah. Yes, madam.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Honorable Dr. Jyoti Patil, Principal, Renuka College, Nagpur, is an erudite scholar.
So if the questions are there from the students, we can have some questions if they have.
No, madam. Nobody has put up any questions now, but they've all enjoyed. They've all enjoyed.
Okay, thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
Jyoti madam, it was a wonderful session. We enjoyed it too.
Thank you.
Dr. Jyoti Patil, Principal, Renuka College, Nagpur, is an erudite scholar, and her presentation with illustrations is enough to prove this point. She has explained the loss leader in such a convincing and effective manner. She has incorporated certain literary terms also. On behalf of the organizers, I am honored to express thankfulness to Dr. Jyoti Patil, madam. Thank you, madam, for sparing your valuable time to make such a wonderful presentation. And with the kind permission of the organizers, this session comes to an end. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Have
Thank
a
you
nice
so
day.
much.